Howdy folks. Okay, so today we're gonna do a kind of first impressions review. I want to thank my sister-in-law Stephanie because she informed me about a palette, a Stranger Things palette. How cool is that? It's called the Upside Down palette. Okay, it's at Hot Topic, it's $16.90 where I'm at my Hot Topic. So that's where I got it. She showed it to me. She sent me a message and it had it in there, and I was like, I need this. It was like 8 o'clock at night, and Paul is in that messaging, that group chat, and he said, do we need to go right now? And I was like, no. He's like, yeah, we should go. So we went, we picked it up, and it's really cute. It is actually upside down. So there's a mirror in it, so that's gonna be a little bit distracting, but I wanna show you guys that. So like typically you would have a palette like this, and then you'd have all the names down here, but that's not the case with this one. This one has the palette literally upside down, and then it has like a fun graphic on the mirror. But this is what we're working with as far as colors. So we have some really fun colors, some very sparkly shades. I'm rotating it so you guys can see. A bright yellow. So I figure what I'll do is I'll start by swatching them and showing you what they look like swatched, and then I'll do a look with them. So we'll see how that goes. But let's start with swatching. I am going to go ahead and put some eyeshadow primer down so we can see what these swatches look like, and go from there. So hopefully we'll get some good color payoff. I want you guys to feel like if you decide to get this, or if you love Stranger Things, that you're gonna be able to get a good purchase, good bang for your buck. All right, so I put a bunch of eyeshadow primer on my arm. I'm blending it in. Okay, so here we go. Primer's right here. Well, primer's like right here. So I'm gonna start from left to right. The first one, actually, I'm gonna start from right to left because those are lighter colors, might be easier to do. I'm just gonna do finger swatches on my hand, and then we'll see how the color payoff works. So the first one is Babysitter. I think that's hilarious. And I'm just going over it as if I would pat color onto my eye so we get a good representation of that. Okay, the other one is 11, the next one. And it's kind of a soft pink. Okay. Then Castle Buyers. Ooh, that one's very nice actually. You can actually see it. Boom. Man, I might have chose the wrong place to do this. Upside down. Okay, this one's not swatching very well. And so the other thing about this, I find it's supposed to be like a kind of metallic navy blue type color, and it's not really showing up that way. It's kind of muddy looking. I'll show you the final result once I'm done swatching. Okay, so ooh, this one's a bright purple. Palace Arcade. Ooh, that's super pretty. All right, so this is the one I'm really nervous about. It's called Waffle. It is that yellow color, and it has a lot of glitter in it, but I just don't really think it's gonna, yep, I was right. It is really chalky. The glitter is not really showing up. So I wanted to swatch them before I tried to do an eye look because I desperately wanted to use that yellow in an eye look, and I just don't think it's gonna work out. The next one is called Hawkins. It's kind of a reddish, metallic color. It's pretty. Demogorgon. Demogorgon is kind of a rusty brown. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my watch off. Take my watch off for you guys. So it's like a rusty brown. And then the next one is called HNL. It also has glitter in it, and it's very chunky glitter. This is like, I saw, Christy, I think that's her name. She did a ColourPop video, and in that video she's talking about how these chunky glitters are really not intended for the eye area, and how sometimes palettes will say that on them. And so actually that is the case with this one. it does say that. Okay, so we have all of them actually swatched right now. I'm gonna go ahead and, okay. All right, I'm gonna stand up so I can show you the swatch. So these are the swatches. So we have Babysitter, 11, Castle Buyers, Upside Down, Palace Arcade, Waffle, which I don't know if you can tell how chalky and stuff that is, but it is, and the glitter's not really sticking. Hawkins, Demogorgon, H&L, and The Void. So I think The Void is like, it's a black with blue glitter in it. All right, let's go ahead and get you another look at this. So that's after swatching them. They don't look as pretty as they did a second ago. But yeah, so it's hard to tell, but let's see. If I'm gonna do a look, I'm gonna go for an easy look just to see how these work. And that's gonna be using Babysitter, Castle Buyers, and Demogorgon. Maybe a pop of the arcade color, because I want to see how that purple works. A lot of times purples can be kind of patchy on, they don't blend well. So let's see how this one works out. I am nervous about it. Maybe I'll use Hawkins instead. Hawkins, Demogorgon, and Babysitter. We'll see. But this is what they look like. Boom. They're pretty, and I think that the 11 color, it's close enough to my skin tone that I can use it as a blending shade. So I think that'll work out quite nicely. All right, I'm just gonna leave these swatches on while I do an eye look, and I got some brushes out, and we will start working on these eyeballs. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush with the color 11. Oh wait, no, the first thing I'm gonna do is put primer on my eyes. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Wouldn't be very good representation if I didn't have primer going. Okay. So I re-tinted my brows and my lashes today. Got my mermaid hair back. I'm excited about it. It's been a tough week, but that's okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab the color 11 and just blend this in my crease area. And the reason I'm doing that is to give it like a little bit of a base. Oh yeah, this is pretty pink. I don't mind that though, I actually like it. Okay, so it's not quite obvious, and once I put other colors on it, it won't look like I'm wearing color. It'll just all blend. Okay. The other thing I will point out is there are very few matte shades. I think the only real matte shade is the Palace Arcade, that purple. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Demogorgon and I'm gonna blend that kind of into my crease area. Even though it's not a matte, I'm gonna blend into my crease. I might add a little bit of Castle Buyers on top of that, and then maybe some of the arcade in the outer corner. Alright, so let's start with blending this in the crease. It's blending nicely. There's some color showing up. I'm a firm believer in you can always add more, but it's much more difficult to take it off once you're doing. So I'm just trying to get this. There we go. And I'm just using little circular motions to get this to be nice and blended looking. Okay. It's pretty. Demogorgon. Who would have known a monster could be so beautiful? I guess Hagrid would know that from Harry Potter. Now I'm mixing different shows. Gotta appeal to different audiences, right? Okay, so I'm putting that in the crease and then I'm blending it up in little circular motions. And I'm using kind of a fluffy brush. Okay, look, it's flat, but it's fluffy. It's not very dense. There we go. I'm gonna throw a little bit of Castle Buyers in there, just a tiny bit. I mean, I literally just tapped it on there to see what we can get as far as color. Okay, I'm just using it flat to try and get into that crease area and blend up. That looks nice. Okay, tap. And let's do this side and do the same thing. 10 minutes. Right now we're hitting 10 minutes. I'll just try and make this. Okay. Now I'm gonna actually get a more densely packed flat brush that's smaller. I'm gonna grab that Palace Arcade color and I'm gonna kind of pack it on to the brush, tap off a little bit of the excess just because I don't want any fallout. I did already do my face today. I don't typically do that, but I'm doing it today. Make this shorter. So I'm kind of tapping and packing that in. It doesn't look terrible. We'll see how it wears through the day too. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. What do you guys think? Let's do the other one. So I packed it on the brush like before, tapped off a bit of the excess. And I'm kind of almost making this into a little bit of a wedge, but it's like a messy wedge. Put this about halfway over in my eye to make sure it's no wedge. Wow, that looks, I like that. I think that's nice. I'm going to take a little bit, just tap the end of the brush into it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that along the bottom lashes as well. I don't actually wear a lot of purple eyeshadow, to be honest. That's pretty. Tap, tap. This side. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Babysitter with my finger. See, I put some on my finger and I'm going to tap it on the and make my dumb mascara face if you're not putting mascara on. It's kind of like tapping and blending at the same time. Oh. Yeah. Oh. This one's very, very soft. It's not like it's crumbling under my finger, but it's soft enough that I can barely touch it and it's still getting color on my finger. Okay, so now, because I'm extra like this, I'm going to grab my tiny little brush like this guy right here, and I'm going to grab some of that Babysitter color. It's not terribly shiny, it's some good. And then I'll also do the inner corner. I'm going to be right back after I put mascara on, and then I will tell you what I think based on my first impressions of using it today, and then I will tell you my overall opinion of the palette, whether I think it's worth the money, all that good stuff. So, be right back. Okay, so I'm back, have my mascara on. I have tried, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades out of this palette. There are 10 shades in this palette. I have mixed feelings about it. I think that there are some really pretty colors. I think they blended pretty easily and pretty nicely, to be honest. I'll definitely use the Babysitter color again. I'll definitely use Castle Buyers. I'll definitely use Demogorgon. I'll play with the Palace Arcade color a little bit more. I think what I want to try with that one is doing like a purple pop, like where I pack the color on and use like a setting spray to make it ultra intense. So I think I really want to try doing that. Now I will say I said that the Palace Arcade, that purple color, was the only matte shade, but I'm gonna correct myself because I really believe that Waffle and HNL those two are actually matte shades with glitter in them. So I'm thinking that might be part of why they're not swatching very well. I guarantee if you try to swipe these on the eyes, the waffle or the HNL, you're not going to get any glitter on your eyes at all. It's probably going to be pretty difficult to pick up the shade. The yellow might show up some, but maybe a wash of color. These will probably be the kind of shades where you're going to have to like pack them on using setting spray or water or something like that. Oh, and 11. 11 is also a matte shade. That was why I used that in my crease because I wanted to get that nice blend. And I think I accomplished a pretty good look with the palette. I mean, honestly, let's see, 16, 17 bucks. Really not terrible, to be honest, for a palette with 10 shades. I mean, you have 11 or 12 or something in all the Urban Decay palettes, and those are like in the 40s. So I would say 2 of these shades are likely not easily usable. So if you're kind of a beginner to makeup, this may be more difficult for you to use. Having said that, is it worth the money? If you love the show and you like having like kind of paraphernalia, memorabilia type things to commemorate the show because you like it and it has this cool graphic on it, it's really neat, then yeah, for sure, definitely check it out, go pick it up. I just walked in and I said, hey guys, do you have the Stranger Things palette? And they were like, yes, we do, it's right over here. And they showed me where it was. So I really enjoyed kind of reviewing this for you. It's definitely first impressions. I'm gonna go take these swatches off my arms because, well, I'm not gonna go around today with these on. Having said that, I mean, there's some really pretty shades. Now, these having been on my arms for a while, the HNL and the waffle colors, you can still see them, but there's definitely zero glitter on there. Absolutely no glitter. So I think it must be like maybe one of those oversprays or something, or maybe it's just not, it's just not intended to keep the glitter, which is very disappointing to me. So I am disappointed with the waffle color, I'm disappointed with the HNL color, but the other colors I think are usable. And with a little bit of work, maybe some of them could be really great colors. I think that purple is something I really want to play with a little bit more. If you want me to do another look with this palette, let me know. Comment below if you want me to do another look, and if you have a specific shade you want me to kind of highlight and use in that look, definitely let me know. Okay, if you like these kind of review, first impression type videos, please give this one a thumbs up. If you want me to do more of this, comment below and let me know you want me to do more of this. And subscribe to the channel, because that's the only way I can really keep doing this, is if you guys subscribe and you get other people to subscribe. And then ring the notification bell so you can be kept in the loop. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.